Hello, whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Now, this year, with the pandemic that's been going on, there was no Feis Ile 2020, no Islay Malt and Music Festival. By the way, did you know, this is a little tidbit of knowledge, there is not one corona patient on Islay. Must be all the disinfecting that they are doing over there, right? But despite the fact that there was no Feis Ile, there were Feis Ile releases. Diageo, for example, they released a Lagavulin and this Caol Ila, but they did get a bit of backlash from the fans because they offered them online and you had to order them through a website, but you could only order these bottles if you had a delivery address in the UK. Now you can imagine fans from all over the world, not in the UK, they were like, luckily I have friends in the UK, I have friends everywhere, which is a good thing, and they were able to help me out to obtain this new Caol Ila. The Caol Ila for Feis Ile 2020 is a 16 years old, and it is at natural cask strength. This is bottled at 53.9% ABV. And the funny thing about this one is, it's first matured on bourbon casks, but then it got a finish on Amoroso sherry casks. Amoroso treated hogsheads. Now that may ring a bell, because in fact the Amoroso treated hogsheads are the type of casks that Diageo uses for a special Distillers Edition of another staple whiskey from the stables of Diageo, namely Talisker. That's right, the Talisker Distillers Edition is actually double matured on Amoroso treated casks. In this case, it was merely a finish of this 16 years old Caol Ila at cask strength. Only 3,000 bottles were available, and of course they sold out in a matter of hours. So I think I can count myself lucky that I was able to get me 2 bottles of this. Caol Ila for Feis Ile 2020 at cask strength, 53.9% ABV, on the nose. Well, the DNA of Caol Ila is clearly present. I get the citrus, I get the seaweeds, I get the peat, obviously. It's clearly present on the nose. This is Caol Ila pur sang, but there's a surprising big dose of sweetness in here. Oh, I get some lemongrass, I get Haribo bears, some wine gums and some citric acid candy, and then some green herbs as well. Ooh, and then follows something that is somewhat floral and mildly medicinal. It reminds me a bit of carbolic soap, the one you can find in hospital to clean your hands. Oh, this is good. But it's surprisingly subtle and it's very summery for a Caol Ila at least. Well, it's wonderfully different from what I'm used to from Caol Ila. This is a grand nose. And the palate is going to be very bad to ruin my day, because this nose is right? Having said that, on the palate. Surprisingly creamy. Quite a sturdy arrival. Pretty spicy, but very creamy as well. And very clean, but it's like sucking on pineapple cubes in the kiln. You know, those little hard square cubes of pineapple candy? That's what I'm getting here. The floral note returns, big floral top note actually, which is, almost, it flirts with a soapy side actually. Get some Parma violets, carbolic soap again, but that was close, but it stays on the right side of, it's a bit arrogant now, quite sexy as well. Well, after the top notes, then the typical Caol Ila notes kick in and telling me that, hey, this was just a finish, but this is still textbook Caol Ila. We are right here, the peat, the citrusy notes, the seaweeds. It's beautiful. One more, just one more. Yeah. Pepper, ginger, smoke. Oh, it's the subtleness of the nose is completely gone here. This is in your face Caol Ila, and it's all good. It's not subtle at all, it's simply grand on the finish. The Amoroso treated hogshead on which this one was finished. In the finish, it doesn't stand a chance. This is all about Caol Ila. This is peaty, smoky, citrusy notes, salty notes. Oh my, and it's absolutely flabbergastingly good. I had high expectations of this Caol Ila, and bar that little moment on the palate where I thought, "Ooh, this is going to be perfumey." Bar that little moment, it really fulfilled all my expectations and more. Again, another beautiful release from Caol Ila, and again another beautiful Fèis Ìle release in general. Unfortunately, they're all long gone, and when you look at the secondary market, you'll pay double what this was originally sold for. This one I paid, I think, 130 euros or something like that, and nowadays if you go online you'll be paying double at least. But having said that, there's only 3,000 bottles, and it is really a flabbergastingly good Scotch, a flabbergastingly good Islay, a fantastic Caol Ila, just the way I like it. So another beautiful Feis Ìle release, and that is all for this Whisky Rambling, and I hope to see you soon at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings, and until then, may the malt be with you. Bye bye.